Sorry, guys. Hi, Peter. Hey, Nance. Yep. Well, they don't do Zoom. They do telephonic. It is Zoom, but it's telephonic. So I have to call in off from my phone because you have to call in. Right. So give it 3 more minutes. 2 more minutes. It has to be 1:45. Sorry, the dog's him-hawing right in front of the microphone here. But you have to wait till 1:40 or 12:45 your time. So at 12:45 I will call in. And while we're waiting, yay for DA. Pearl Snappy's next, and then Nancy, and then Selfless, and Henry. Right, so you can listen here, but you'll hear the meeting on your phone too. Your phone will be the meeting. It just, you won't be able to see it, you'll just hear it. Okay, I am going to try and call in. And I need big numbers because I'm going blind in my life. So. Come to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue. Please enter the meeting password followed by pound. Okay, so now I'm going to redo it again because I think that's where I screwed up the last time. 626. Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue. Please enter the meeting password followed by pound. You have joined the meeting as an attendee and will be muted throughout the meeting. Nancy, when it says to enter your ID, you have to do that twice. So that second number she gave you, do that twice with the pound. Do it and then the pound sign, then do it in the pound sign, and then it'll ask you for the password. So you may want to hang up and do it again. I think that's what I goofed up on last time. So it might have been a user error last week when I effed up. Don't be nervous, Nancy. Yeah, I am so excited about these cases being one after another. And I'm going to do a live. I didn't want to put the two lives together. So I do want to do another live afterwards to talk about the case and something that I'm finding is, uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too, Peter. Peter, this is such a screwy system. You would think they would just have people call into Zoom, to real Zoom rather than this phone call stuff. And you can't get an answer when you call and talk to the city clerk's office because they just give instructions. They don't actually know how it works. And they're not part of what it does. I think they third party it. Pretty crazy anyways. Yeah, pretty crazy, Peter. Especially for these committee meetings. It's not like they probably have 50, 100 people calling in. They probably have one or two people just like today, if at all. So, kind of crazy. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? Do I need to kick him out? Okay, good. Oh, that's nice to know. Oh, good. I think you're in like Flynn then, Nance. And then when they call your name, you *6 to unmute. And then off she goes. So if I remember right, it takes forever for them to get the Zoom meeting itself on. I have to keep refreshing on her website before I finally see a link for it. Are we not going to refresh? Refresh. Yeah, I did not sign up for the city council meeting. If so, we need to do that today. Why are we not refreshing? www.chicityclerk.com. Apparently it is. So watch now. So that one at least is showing. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, well, Peter, what's really weird is there is about a 10-15 second call delay. So when you're on the phone and you're talking, and what comes out the speakers from the meeting, I think it's about 15 seconds delay. I didn't know that was an FTC guideline. I thought it was just I had crappy internet. So is it just like individual policies for the councils and committees? Because, I mean, LA, people let those N words fly. And I think just about all the other committees are like, nope, no cussing, no cursing, no swearing. Bud, you're okay, stop. Oh, did not know that. Learn something new every day. Okay, let me go back and see if they got it going. Got it going on. Got it going on. But I'm not showing that I'm redoing it. Hmm. Buddy, stop. It's *6. And no, they probably will not tell you. Yeah, it's very silent. We're not going to hear anything until the meeting starts. And last week it was a few minutes late. I'll turn up my volume a little bit. I want to try a
cream of mushroom soup, whole corn, and cheese, like a bag or two cheese. If you get it, I could pay you for it.
Okay, so you
If
can
you guys are
Scotty.
going.
Yeah,
And some
If
juice
I
boxes.
mute,
Yeah, Capri Sun.
yeah.
I got some cases of water. We're gonna go over to the storage.
Can
We're
you
gonna have a
guys
couple
still
cases
hear
of
Scotty
water
talking?
and the grill and yeah, and whatever,
Can you hear
like
Scotty? Because
whatever
I
else you
muted
think
it
would be
on my
good for
end,
today.
and I'm wondering if you can still hear it.
Yeah, I was gonna do tater tot casserole. I could do some type of Thanks so much for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And whenever your court stuff is, and if you get a GoFundMe or anything going, let me know. We'll do some fundraising for that.
We're probably going to do something like that in the next few days.
Okay, well just let me know and we'll get, because we almost got entries, but yeah, and your court date, make sure we get that to Kelly. Later, guys. Yeah, maybe something. Yeah. What? Whatever. I'll send you money. He said something.
Can you hear me now, Peter? Snoring right in the middle of my. Thanks, Peter. Grizzy, go on. Get out of here. You're snoring too loud. You're a hunk of chunk. Go on. They don't have the volume on yet. This is a different meeting room. Right. And I'm kind of hoping they take public comment first. Thank you, son. I hope so. Hi, Corn Freak. Okay, Peter, technical question since it seems like you know. Should I, since I'm going to be speaking into my phone, should I cut the volume off from the mic or from my speaker? Then nothing's really efficient. You got it. Hi, Audit. My hero, my hero. Okay. Okay, then that's what I'll do then. Yeah, we don't have any volume coming in yet from the meeting. So we're not muted or anything. It's just, well, we are muted, but I don't have you muted. Audit, let's do a live later about these cases. Because I was trying to tell Michael about that one that got amended for a RICO claim. Woohoo! I'm kind of excited about that. But that's cool. I like their setup a little bit better. It's a little more intimate than the way LAPD has theirs. And you know what? Let me make sure that I don't have them on mute. Ooh, you know what? I do have them on mute. Oh well, they're not talking anyways. But that would have been bad. So they still have us on mute. I do not have it on mute. So we are good. This is Police and Fire. So it is not the Police Commission, it's Police and Fire Committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Committee on Police and Fire has come to order. We will have a roll call to establish a quorum. Yes vote for purposes of present may be used as a yes vote.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Here we
The
go.
Committee on Police and Fire has come to order. We will have a roll call to establish a quorum. Please note that any yes vote for purposes of present may be used as a yes vote for items that are later voted on.
Yes, within their city council.
Chairman Taliaferro's present. Alderman Hall. Vice Chair Robinson. Alderman Mitchell. Alderwoman Lee. Alderman Curtis. Alderwoman Taylor. Alderman Mosley. Alderwoman Tabares. Alderman Irving. Alderman Cardona. Alderman Spazzato. Alderwoman Nugent. Alderman Napolitano. Alderman Knudsen. Alderman Gardner. Alderwoman Clay. Alderwoman Silverstein. Alderman Mosley is present.
Oh,
We have 12 members present. We do have a quorum. We will now begin the portion of our public comments. Those public speakers that have signed up or either have called in to speak regarding public comments will have 3 minutes to speak. Our first speaker will be Mr. George Blakemore. Mr. Blakemore. Mr. Blakemore.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir, and to the members of your committee. This is the Committee on Police and Fire employees, people that work for the police and fire department. And I see that you have an amendment that, and I think these officers deserve a leave when one of the uniform officers have died or even been killed in the line of duty. So we need good police, but we also need good elected official alternates. So never let that happen again. You know, the time is very important. It's a time to live and it's a time to die. So if one of these firemen or policemen are not working and they're not on time, you know what happens eventually? They let them go because they don't respect their position, their title. So again, you all have been very disrespectful to the black citizens that have appeared here this morning. That lady called Mr. Son, the young baby boy, and she was reading out the rules for us to follow, and then she went on a tangent about what's going on over in Israel between the Muslims and the Jews. And it's just out of control. And none of y'all checked her. You need to check yourself because this city is in a crisis. It's got many crises. And what have occurred is just not anything new. It's been going on here for years and years. A one-party system. Not a multi-party system. A one-party system. The black ones, the white ones, the Hispanic, the Asian, all are members of this one party. And this party is not functional. It's non-functional. And it's time for us to vote go red. Go red. A two-party system. It's time for us to change. I'm particularly black people. When you have all these black faces in high places selling us out. So it just didn't start with Brandon Johnson, Mayor Daley, and his daddy, all of them. This Democratic machine. It's time to purge ourselves of them and to go red. Go red. It's time to go and go red.
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore. Our next speaker is Ms. Jessica Jackson. Ms. Jackson.
Alderman Lee's attention.
Next to actually spend all of them.
Good afternoon, Ms. Jackson.
Good afternoon, Alderman. Now, why I have Alderman Lee's attention, because in approximately 2 seconds, Alderman Silverstein is going to start talking to Alderman Lee to distract Alderman Lee, because Silverstein is just, she's just rude like that and insensitive like that, because she's been allowed to make her plight and her group above everyone else's. And of course, if you say anything about it, you're in trouble. So she's sitting there right now. The only reason why she's not getting up and walking out is because these firemen are here and they're white, and she doesn't want them to see her behave that way. So she's sitting here, but it's driving her crazy to have to literally sit here, act like she's paying attention. Look at all that evil on her face. That's an evil woman right there. But as to, oh my God, that's what I be saying. And I'm so glad to see you respond that way. Oh my God, that's how we feel. When we see you all walk around while we're trying to talk, while we see you all put our stats up there for black people this, black people that, but you all don't do anything about our problems. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, I'm glad that you said. That's how you do it. Anyway, Trump 2024. For this reason right here, no one is going to continue to deal with this. Because in a few minutes, those firemen are going to come up here and they're going to say what they got to say. And watch how everybody is going to give them their undivided attention. Watch how that chair ain't going to be rocking. Watch how you gonna give them their undivided attention. You ain't gonna sip from that coffee while those white men are talking. You gonna give them their respect. Oh, the glasses are gonna come on. You gonna put your chin, your face on the chin, and you gonna be attentive. You're gonna ask questions. Oh, you gonna give them all the respect. And as firemen, they do deserve respect. Everybody loves the firemen. Everybody loves the firemen. Police, they deserve respect. Nobody's doubting that. All I'm talking about is what I'm talking about. The difference between the way you all notably know to treat one group, while you notably think how you can disrespect another and have the audacity to think you're going to read us some rules. You are outside your brain. But you'll be all right. I promise you, you'll be all right. Because I'm 62 years old. I know how to rock with it. I know how to be all right when that racism comes in. You be all right. You'll be all right.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Our next speaker. Our next speaker is Mr. Taiwan Sims. Mr. Sims.
Hey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sims.
So, on September 22nd, I was kind of confused early. Y'all took ShotSpotter away. But the mayor had made a promise. That was a running promise, or how y'all say, to the constituents, that he would plunge us into darkness on September 22nd, or whenever he was going to do it. However, Larry Snelling came into the city hall sanctum and said, hey, I promise to keep the city safe, and did that. And this 50, if I'm not mistaken, Alderman, I've been doing my research, 50 Alder people, 50 voices against the mayor. Even though he sits in a mayoral position, there are 50 people that can oppose his madness, especially when his decision don't make sense. For the fact of taking ShotSpotter does not make sense at all. Can anybody in this room make sense of it? Because we still getting headlines that read 25 shot, 6 dead. That's Chicago. But then let's go to the other week, 12 and 5 and 4, and it's going to continue and continue. It's going to get worse though. Because now when you understand, hey man, there's nothing to stop me in this act, there's nothing to derail me from doing this, deter me from doing this, I'm going to shoot everybody up. Silverstein, don't worry, I know you want to ignore this, but this going to reach to where you at. It's going to reach everybody here in the city of Chicago. Y'all have put us in a place of danger. Y'all put us right under the gun. Y'all remember when Alderman David Moore was sitting down talking to the woman, and then y'all heard shooting right there by a city official. Now imagine when I know it's nothing to deter me or stop me. There's nobody to follow up once I kill or murder this individual, this innocent person. Once I shoot this person down. Once I kill this teenager. Nobody, because y'all, I might have to say y'all, elected to remove this deterrent in the city and plunge countless people into darkness. That's where we at right now. And I want to know how y'all made sense of this, how y'all didn't say to the mayor, what's wrong with you? You crazy dude? You know what city we live in? You know what the headlines read every day? Right now, somebody getting shot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people probably. But how do we account for that? How do we know what? But y'all supposed to trust the police. Y'all supposed to trust Superintendent Larry Snell in his decision because he's the professional in that. But y'all didn't. Y'all came in, gave him a congratulations, then gave him the shaft by removing ShotSpotter. Allow for it because y'all think that, oh, well, we'll put the black man do it, and it'll, no, Larry, Johnson is wrong. And he'll black dog for it because he lived on the west side of Chicago and understand the detriment that we suffer on a day-to-day. But y'all don't have, look, nobody screaming and hollering about that, but you want to scream and holler about somebody speaking about your race. Argue about ours.
Thank you, Mr. Sims. Our next speaker is Ms. Zoe Lee. Ms. Lee.
The Holocaust and slavery, you already know, slavery was much worse.
And it's not even race, it's a religion. That's even worse. Like I said, the Holocaust and slavery, you already know, slavery was much worse than the Holocaust. It's just that we have not learned as a race of people to be like how the Jews are. So that's our issue, and that's one of my goals that I want to accomplish in the next 4 or 5 years, because I understand my black privilege, and a lot of other black Americans understand their black privilege. But we have been so complacent with giving our black vote to the Democratic Party that should be protecting us. We should have no issues. We should be able to find attorneys. We should not have an issue with our properties being stolen, our land being taken, especially when we haven't received our reparations yet. So a person can scream and yell and get mad all the time, especially as a black American has yet to receive their reparations. I am so ashamed of the city of Chicago. Because I've been coming down here for a year and talking about how the city of Chicago is unlawfully demolishing properties and taking properties. And not one time has this body, and even some of the police have been here, that higher up Snelling have tried to figure out what type of crime this is that's happening with the elected officials that are helping this happen. Like, it's crazy to me that I come down here, and I've been coming down here for a year, and to hear stuff like, oh, the Republican Party is paying her. Paying me? Y'all don't think that I'm having a situation that the city of Chicago unlawfully demolishing my family's building that's been in my family since 1965. Y'all don't see the issue with that? It has to be because I'm coming down here trying to convince people to vote Republican? Nah. The fact that the city needs to flip red because the Democratic Party needs to understand that the power of the vote is what it is, not y'all. Y'all are terrible. You that were so saying you so racist is crazy. And I come from a small town, so I know what racism is. Crack epidemic didn't mess my family up. Racism did. So I know what a racist is. And I can call it out very well. Just when it comes to the police, people always say the police are racist. Nah, it's certain people that are racist, just like there's certain people on this body that's racist. And y'all are the problem. But we're going to fix it, though.
Our next speaker is Mr. Michael Young Bay. Mr. Young Bay.
Yes, I lost her mind.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It's very disrespectful for you to refer to me as a boy. Let me tell all you people something. A boy is one of them punk ass boys out on the street. that's shooting and killing people. A boy would have smacked crap out of you, won't care who was in here, what police, and none of that. Don't you ever disrespect me like that. And I mean that. I won't give a damn who think they brave enough. The next person disrespect me at that totality, I'm going to show you what the boy is. I'm going to exercise it. I ain't going to give a damn about going to jail or nothing.
Mr. Bay, I have to ask you not to use profanity.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you, and you know I respect you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because that was just way out of line. And it's all the that set up here. People set up here and ain't say nothing. And yeah, you know, I'm cussing because of the things I'm going through with me and my family. People intentionally trying to keep us from being housed. Me and my family sleeping on the fucking street because of the bullshit. No, I'm serious, man. I'm for real. And I've been coming down here for a year. I done gave the mayor a hard drive of the stuff they try to put us in, etc. And to come down here and be disrespected like that? Not no more. Y'all better look at that video when I had Greg Mitchell throat. And he couldn't get loose. I'm not playing no game. I don't come to disrespect nobody or none of that. But I would not tolerate it. No, not at that extent, not with no bigotry. No, I will not against me, as much as me and my family and my nation of people on built this damn country. Damn ain't no cuss word, bro. But enough is enough. You trash for that. I ain't down here speaking on nobody's nationality or none of that. I ain't degrading nobody, discriminate, or none of that. I would not accept that no more. And I mean that. Because you'll put other people in harm. Wait, for being ignorant. You're an ignorant fool. And you better not ever in your life disrespect me like that again. And I don't care who powers to be. Whether they Jews or whatever. Clans, whatever. I don't care. Don't you disrespect me. And I mean that. Now go on with this pussy ass meat.
Thank you, Mr. Young Mayor. Our next speaker is Mr. Charles Spence.
Anybody want to get down, let me know. I ain't done enough. Wait, I'm not going to move that chair when we start talking about it.
Good afternoon, committee.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you again for the opportunity to speak and for your presence as I do. I was delighted to discover on September 30th the Chicago Police Department already has a drone program. It was a great assist to my cause to hear someone actually engaged with technology give a detailed accounting of its benefits. I know many of you have heard this, but it has such great value it bears repeating. As Sergeant 1 Rostro said, with drones, response times are faster. Situational awareness is enhanced. That is key. To knowing what you're facing before you go in, it leads directly to increased safety for the officers and for civilians. It results in a reduction in excessive use of force lawsuits. Costs are lower. There's no training required. There's no salary. There's no special pays. There's no pension contribution. And with a $982 million deficit next year, that means something. Productivity increases. Recent studies, numerous recent studies have shown they are a 4-to-1 force multiplier. And if I'm an alder with a high crime district or a chronically understaffed district, I can convert one officer from patrol to drone operator, I'll take that +3 productivity increase all day, every day. I was impressed with the questions asked at the September 30th meeting. Most impactful was Alder Moore's regarding what is needed at CPD to move the program forward. Captain Haidu stated he needs 12 officers to cover second and third watch. I'm saying add to that 7 more drones for a total of 12. That way, one can be in the air while, because of their limited runtime of 30 minutes, another one can be charging in the hive. That way, you can rotate those drones all night long if you have to. One flies, one charges. One flies, one charges. This is so simple and so sensible. I don't know why this isn't happening. Especially since on October 3rd, when the mayor stated it's important that law enforcement has all the tools it needs in order to provide the type of safety and security Chicago deserves. So, again, please, committee, hold the mayor to his word. Create a budget line in the 25 budget for a drone team in the Chicago Police Department and author an ordinance allowing and detailing their use. Thank you.
Yes, I'm with you. Can
Thank you, Mr. Spence. We have 2 callers requesting to speak
No,
by video.
I'm impressed.
Our first speaker
Thank you so much.
is Mona
Well, thank you for the
McAleese.
opportunity
Mona
to speak.
McAleese, are you with us?
And Police and
Yes,
Fire.
I'm with you. Can you hear me?
You would agree
Yes, and I probably mispronounced your last name. I apologize.
individual of their First
No,
Amendment
you were
right to be
perfect.
advised
I'm
of
impressed.
fundamental public policy.
Thank you so much.
There's a situation.
Well,
that's
thank you
happening
for the
right
opportunity
now
to speak with you
concerning a
today,
public
Alderman,
safety event.
and police and firemen. I am sure you would agree with the statement. To deny an individual of their First Amendment right would be a violation of fundamental public policy. There's a situation that is heading to court right now concerning a public safety event, one that you will be embarrassed by and I wish for you to avoid it. A woman was demonstrating in front of the Scientology building down on Clark Street. She was writing with chalk on the public sidewalk. The Scientologist came out and there was a verbal exchange.
Scientology called CPD.
Pretty calm. She stood up and as he approached, she allegedly brushed her breast against him. Mind you, not chest bump, just brush.
Should have been dropped.
There's a video showing it really didn't happen. Scientology called CPD and convinced them to arrest her under an assault charge. The Scientologist was assaulted by a breast. You would think that this should have been dropped. But oh no, the state attorney is chummy friends with the Scientology org's dad and main funder, Joseph Sakala, an attorney himself. He whispered sweet nothings into the SA's ear so they would continue with the case to show her as an example. My concern is this. Scientology is obviously weaponizing CPD against a First Amendment demonstrator. If this goes to trial, God forbid, it will give a black eye to your city and to CPD. They don't want their horrors exposed in this P. Diddy, Epstein, Nassar, or a current case where the civil RICO is added to the proposed amendment complaint to Bixler v. Scientology. I would really hate for Chicago to be implicated in this civil lawsuit that's coming down. Why are we demonstrating to begin with? As a scenario, you young children, daily audit grown men, doing security checks. I won't explain really what a security check is, but it's basic counseling. And these are words that are spoken to the grown man locked in a room with a child. While we cannot guarantee you that the matters revealed in this list will be held forever secret, we can promise you faithfully that no part of it nor any answer you make here will be given to the police or the state. No Scientologist will ever bear witness against you in court. I ask you, folks. I ask you, the police. I ask the police chief. I ask the superintendent to please investigate this collusion that could be happening that would implicate you in a RICO case. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, Ms. McAleese. Our next speaker and final speaker will be Ms. Nancy Drew. I'm sorry, Nance Drew. I apologize, Nance Drew.
Hello.
Hello. Ms. Drew, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I also have issue with Scientology, and since they moved into 650 South Clark in our city in Chicago, officers were called on April 27th to the Scientology building to complain against demonstrators. Officers advised demonstrators to take down tape signs from posts. The First Amendment auditors complied, and one of the Scientologists also said that the chalk art that was on the public sidewalk was okay for it to be there. A couple of, say 2 hours later, the same Scientology employee or volunteer came out and threw a bucket of water down on the sidewalk aggressively, assertively, and started removing the chalk art with a scrub brush. And demonstrators, there were 3 of them, were protecting the chalk art, and the CPD was called because one of the demonstrators was there, and he came into her space as her feet were planted, and he says that her breast brushed against him. I am concerned that CPD is being influenced by Scientology. Officers arrived and spoke to both sides easily with Scientology, and the protesters had to beg to be able to be heard, even with their gloves on, ready to arrest one of the protesters that allegedly gave the boob brush, the breast brush, I should say. And the officers did end up arresting this protester. They mocked her. Video was shown. The police did, after going back into the Scientology building and seeing the protesters' video, were able. It wasn't originally a breast brush. They said it was a hand, and then later on it was a breast. So I just want to say that, there's evidence.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Drew. That concludes our public comment. I want to thank all of our speakers that come out and speak on the important issues that this city faces, as well as them as individuals. And I thank you for your comments this afternoon. The chairman would like to recognize Alderman Mitchell, Alderman Curtis, and Alderwoman Tabares for purposes of a quorum, and Alderman Lopez and Alderman Burnett for being present as well. Each of you should have received the Rule 45 report on September 19th.
Okay, they heard us, you guys. I took that off the screen and I took it off so that way we can talk real quick. And that's okay, Nancy, that's okay. It's cool. You did it. You breathed. You got through it. And that's all it takes. You did an awesome job. We're so proud of you. So, yay! Proud of you. Yes. Yep, they heard us both. So, if you want to talk Wednesday at the city council meeting or try and get a spot, you need to call in today. Yep, keep on talking, even if your voice shakes. It's okay. Yeah, that was a win. I think we did something that opened their eyes, and It's just onward here. Yeah, right? Amy M is a freaking call-in boss now. Yeah, I'm going to call in too and see if I can get on the schedule. And I am going to go live later to talk about the DOA case, Danny's case, your case, the Bixler case coming up, the civil case that turned into a RICO case. So probably give myself a few hours because I really didn't fluff and buff earlier. I just got ready and tried to get on here. And yep, definitely, Haggis, it's getting it on public record. So I am going to stop streaming, you guys. Loves ya, and I'll probably get back on in about an hour. Okay, love you guys. Bye.